What's up, guys? I'm Hobo Rocket, and today I just wanted to go over a little bit of this gameplay, this ranked gameplay, and commentate a little bit, and hopefully give you guys a little bit of insight into my thought process, and maybe you'll learn a little something about how to play as a rat in Apex Legends. So we end up losing this fight we're about to take, but we're Valk ulting in, and I'm just being a good teammate, trying to follow their lead. They're not really communicating, they're not using their mics at all, so it just shows how important using your mics are in these fights. Again, I take a ton of damage right there, opening damage, but I'm just trying to stay in the fight, push up, and stay involved and fight like they want. But this Gibby ult comes in, it's going to be really bad for me. If I just full commit there, I'm pretty much dead. So I back up, and I try to communicate with them. I say, hey, I backed up, I got to heal. Say, let's back off, I can't really fight this, but they just keep pushing in. No communication. I don't know if anybody's low or anything. I try to give a little cover with these grenades, but they both just kind of die here. So I don't know if anybody's low. I realize it's in my best interest to just leave and try to play it as a rat. We're at -9. We have 1 KP, 1.5 KP. So I know there's lots of ledges off of this cliff, so I just kind of jump off, find a nice little spot, and now I'm kind of worried that they might have a seer, so I just try to find a spot in zone. Can't quite get into zone, so I know I'm going to have to rotate, but I hide out here for a little bit of time until the zone starts to close, and luckily the team leaves and they don't find me, and so now I need to gather information. Now I'm starting to think, how do I play this? What's the best option here? I realize that spot might be a pretty good spot. I think about a few other spots, but ultimately decide that's going to work for me. I'm trying to pick a spot where there's not going to be very much action. There's not going to be very many teams playing. There's people aren't really going to see me. So at this point, I don't want any seer to find me. I'm just trying to play passive at this moment. I think I'm isolated here on the edge. If somebody knows that I'm a solo, they're probably just going to come and kill me right away, because they can. So that's my plan, just to hide. Now zone kind of pulls in my direction, and this is where I need to play a little bit more active. So you notice that now you need to think about where teams are going, what they're doing. This team on high ground is looking for a way to rotate onto the zone, and I need to make sure that I'm active and I don't let them come my direction, because if they do, I'm probably dead. So I hit those really nice shots there, and now I'm just trying to make sure that they don't go my direction, that they go the other way around zone, and they run into these other teams, because I'm not even trying to get kills. I'm just trying to make sure I don't take damage and don't get just aped, and don't give them any opening damage. So I'm just trying to hold my ground, and just keep them away. So that's a really big thing, is picking the right spot in zone to hide, determining when you need to play passive, when you need to play active, when you need to hide in a corner on the edge of zone, when you need to run away for your life and run to the other side of the map. All those things, you need to think about what the other teams are thinking, and predict those things in the best that you can, and that's going to give you the best chance at being a successful rat. So luckily, nobody holds me out, so I can just kind of walk in for free. I see that Wraith coming up, and I just trying to keep her poked away, say, hey, there's all those other teams that rotated in that I pushed into their direction. She should be focusing those guys, not me. So I've got this nice little place to hide out. Just making sure she knows that she's not going to be able to get over here for free. Now I see somebody takes high ground up there, that little spot up there. I immediately realize that's very bad for me. I try to throw an ult up there. Not quite sure how that misses. It must have just barely missed, but it does go over the top. And now I realize this is going to be a bad spot for me if I stay here. Once they peek high ground, they're just going to have no cover. So I hop over looking for info, and I hesitate for a second and realize that this is where I need to be. This is going to be a really good spot for me. This is a lot of potential, much better than staying in that spot. So that's about what being a good rat is. You need to think on the fly. You need to make those decisions. Now I need to defensively think, where are my threats? And right now, anybody could jump off and just come and kill me. So I need to get defenses down. I get down some barrel walls that'll at least give me a chance to shoot somebody if they jump over. That team, also, you have to think, that team across the edge has to rotate in, but luckily they Valk ult over. That just helps me even more. So I just get to set up more and more traps. At this point, I realize that my back is pretty much free. No one's going to jump down behind me on the left. My biggest threat is going to be right over this wall. You see me sort of focusing it more and more. So I'm pretty sure someone's going to jump down, and soon enough, yep, here comes a Newcastle, and he falls over pretty quickly. I have the advantage here in this spot. So now I'm pretty sure it's just the last team, but luckily I have all of these barrels set up, and now I'm in one of the best spots in the zone. I have all these barrels down. Whoever's going to jump down has to land right in my barrels. And now I'm just waiting for the zone to close, see what's going to happen. They throw a nade, doesn't really connect, pops a few barrels, and hits for 100 in the air, jumping down, and pump them for 100, and that's that. So yeah, that's playing as a rat. Is you need to think about rotations, you need to predict what people are going to do, being passive versus playing active, picking a good spot in zone, playing on the fly, and just using your brain and putting yourself in a good position. And don't give up when a fight turns and you're playing as a solo. As a rat, you can make a lot happen, especially as a defensive character like Caustic. You can win the game. As a solo, as a duo, it's very, you never know. The game's never over till it's over. So, yep, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.